Okay, in this video I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do after a minimal install of Linux. Let's log in. First, I'm gonna install the terminus font. Let's do doas xbbs bbs install terminus font. So now we can use the set font command, and then the font name is gonna be ter-132, and okay, much better. To make sure that the font is set every time we boot up the computer, we need to change the rc.conf file. Okay, so in this file we're gonna see the font here. Let's uncomment that and then change it to ter-13 and okay. Yep. Usually I'm gonna clean up this file by removing the command lines, and see you when I finish. Okay, so this is the result. I have removed every commanded lines and then just keep these lines. Okay, as you can see, we set the host name again. This might not be requirement, but I just set it in case something went wrong. Okay, hardware clock we're gonna set to local time zone. Okay, key map is US, and the font, this is the important line here, right? You're gonna set to ter-132, and you can also set to 120n. It's a smaller font, and the smallest size is 112. Okay, 112. All right, so I'm gonna set to 132. Okay. Then this next thing we're gonna do is set up the runtime dir. You might know that in Linux we have the xdg runtime dir. This is the directory that some services and softwares is gonna use in the future. Okay, so we need to make sure that this directory is created every time we log in. In order to make sure that that directory is created every time we log in and then removed every time we log out. That's important, because this folder, this directory might contain some security related file, so we need to make sure that it's deleted when we log out or when we shut down the computer, right? So in order to do that, we're gonna install this package, doas xbbs install bam run dir. Okay, and then we're gonna add these lines into the file here. We're gonna doas vim sc bam.d login. Okay, here we're gonna go to the end of the session here, then we're gonna add this line minus session option tab. You need to do tab, right? If this line is using tab, you need to use tab here as well, or else your computer might not boot. Okay, so this step is really important. Optional, and then tab again, and bam underscore run dir dash so. Okay, so now, so when you echo xdg runtime dir, it will do nothing. It will output nothing, right? But when we exit and then we log in again, right? Now we have a directory here. This directory is really important. Maybe in the future when you're using Bose audio, Pipewire, dboost, something like that, is gonna need this directory, and this helps us avoid a lot of troubles in the future. Okay, so you have to do this. And the next thing I'm gonna do is install cronny. Okay, this software is gonna sync the date and time of your system with the internet, so it won't wrong. Okay. Okay, so to enable the service, after install it, we're gonna do doas ln-s sc service, and then crony d, and link to var service. Okay, 1 2 3. Okay, so now your date command is gonna output the correct time, or else you won't be able to use, let's say, TOTB, right? Because if the date is wrong, the output of TOTB is not gonna be right, so you can log in and stuff. Okay, so make sure that you have a crony D running in the background. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is, because I'm using a laptop, so I want the system to sleep every time I close the lid. Okay, this installation of Linux is so minimal that it won't handle the lid closing gesture. You know, when you close the lid, nothing happened. Okay, so to make sure that the computer, the laptop is gonna sleep, you have to install this. Okay, so we're gonna do doas xbbs install acbid. Okay, remember the D here, because there is a package called acbi. Okay, it's the different package. The acbid is gonna make sure that some system things gonna work. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so after you install it, you have to enable it. So let's say doas ln-s sc service acbid var service. Okay, 1 2 3. All right. So to see how acbid work, you can take a look at this file here, sc acbid. Okay, and handler sh. Okay, so here when you search for lid, as you can see, when the lid close, it's treated as a button is pressed. Okay, so when the lid is closed, it gonna zzz is the command to make the system sleep. Okay, when it open, it's gonna lock something, right? And this file is, you can edit this file. Let's say when you close the lid, you want the system to run a command, right? So to echo hello, all right? Right? So when you close the lid, it will echo this command, this string out. Okay, so this is really neat. You can customize everything, right? Even the lid closing event. And in this file, as you can see here, is also dealing with the function for the brightness control. So as you can see, it has a function named step backlight, right? Let's see what it does, right? For backlight, okay, it's gonna change the brightness of your laptop screen. Okay, but if you don't want to use it, maybe you have an command later in your desktop environment, you can delete this. Okay, everything related to backlight. Okay, so I'm gonna delete it now. Right, now there is nothing related to backlight, right? Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is configure doas to only ask for my password the first time. Okay, so the next time I run doas, it won't ask for my password again. Okay, because entering the password every time is annoying. Okay, so we're gonna doas vim sc doas.conf, right? And then 1 2 3 here. Okay, after permit, you're gonna enter persist. Okay, it gonna only ask for the first time. Okay, if you use no pass, it won't ask anytime. Okay, you just doas, run something, and then it run. It won't ask for your password, right? But that is a little risky, right? So I'm gonna use persist. Okay, and then when we log out, log in again. Okay, let's do as xbbs install -s. Okay, the first time it's gonna ask for my password. We're gonna use 1 2 3, right? And then when we run that command again, it won't ask for my password. Okay, so that is some basic things that I'm gonna do in after I install Linux. So thank you for watching.